All right, friends, let's talk about portions today. I get this question a lot. How do I know if I'm eating the right amount of food? And when it comes to portions, what I like to teach people to do is not get out like a food scale and measuring cups and like tablespoons and stuff. I learned this idea from Precision Nutrition, where you can just use your hand to estimate your portions. It makes it so simple. So here's how it goes. For protein, you want to look at the size of your palm and the thickness of your palm. And that's about the portion of protein. If you think of a piece of chicken or steak or something like that, tofu, that's what you want it to look like. The size of your palm and the thickness of your palm. Start there. For fats, look at your thumb. It's about like a tablespoon or so. Or you can think of it in like cubes of cheese, like it's like 2 or 3 cubes of cheese. In terms of grains, a scooped handful, so like the scooped palm. And then for fruits and veggies, you have your fist. Now, of course, with fruits and veggies, you can kind of eat those pretty much as much as you'd like. Those are kind of like unlimited. But those are really good, just like baseline measurements to start with. Then you start noticing how you're feeling. Are your meals holding you over? Are you satisfied? Are you left craving foods after you're done eating a meal or soon after you're done eating a meal? If so, then you probably either need to adjust the protein or adjust the fat. And this is something that I go into further with my clients when I get their food journals and they're like, ooh, I'm just not feeling like that satisfied, or I got extra snacky. We're able to look at that and say like, okay, next time you have this meal, add a few egg whites in there, or, sprinkle some cheese on your salad or something like that. It's usually a really quick fix. So that's like portions 101. That's like the basic stuff. Where I think that a lot of people I don't want to say drop the ball, but I think what a lot of people don't teach is this idea that we have to practice. We have to practice portions. We have to practice noticing, is what I'm eating satisfying? Did what I just have, did that really hit the spot or not? What could I adjust next time? We have to always be asking ourselves these questions until we can just go into the kitchen and make a meal. Like for me, I know in the morning, my standard breakfast of 2 eggs, half a potato, a tomato, a tomato, half an avocado, and a sprinkle of cheese, for the most part, holds me over for a really long time. If I'm feeling hungrier than usual, I'll add more fiber to it because I know that's how my body works. That's how it functions really well. I have a lot of protein in there. I have a lot of fat in there. So if I'm going to bump anything up, I'm going to bump up the fiber. So that I learned that through a lot of trial and error, and of course through like my education in nutrition. So if you're feeling like with portions, you're just not sure if you're getting it right, just try to adjust things here and there. I would start with protein. Always try to bump up the protein a little bit. And if that's not cutting it for you, then bump up the fat a little bit. And if that's not working for you, then bump up the fiber. The other thing to really tap into when you're considering portion sizes or creating meals is your hunger and fullness cues. I talk about this a lot because it is so important. Somebody can tell you should have, and I've been on diets like this before, and this is exactly why I don't prescribe diets like this. Somebody can tell you, eat 4 ounces of protein at every meal, eat 1 cup of vegetables, and have 1 serving of fat. That's your meal. So that would be like a chicken breast, a tablespoon of olive oil, and a cup of broccoli. I don't know about you. That sounds so shitty to me. I think I would hate that meal unless it was like smothered in cheese. So that's why meal plans really just don't cut it, because we have to consider our hunger cues. We have to consider our satisfaction cues, and we have to consider the combination of foods that are going to keep us satisfied. For a lot of my clients, a little more fat and a lot more protein does them the best. But for other clients, They need to up their fiber and keep the fat lower and keep the protein in that moderate level. And so that's why I can't just say to you, here's exactly how much to eat, now go do it, and it's gonna work like a charm. That's why I don't do meal plans. But I will say one of the best places to get started is in a free download that I have. The link is in my bio. It is 100% free. It's a 10-day nutrition jumpstart where I give you a whole list of lean proteins, a whole list of healthy fats, and a whole list of fiber-full foods so that you can just plug and play, like pick one food out of each category and create a meal out of it. I explain to you exactly how to create balanced meals filled with protein, fat, and fiber, that magical combo that I talk about all the time. And then I also give you a 10-day meal tracker, meal planner, so that you can kind of test this stuff out for yourself. Does my breakfast hold me over until I'm ready for lunch? And does my lunch hold me over until I'm ready for dinner? Or do I feel like right after I have breakfast, I'm looking for something else, and then I have lunch, and then I have a few snacks in between every hour or so, and then I have dinner, and then I'm snacking all night? If that's the case, things need to be readjusted. And this guide gives you the opportunity to be able to look back and say, okay, what went well today? And what do I want to change tomorrow or going forward? So it's a really nice way to kind of coach yourself through this if you're up for it. It is not easy. It makes it very, very simple. But honestly, unless you have a lot of education or a lot of experience with protein, fat, and fiber and building meals and knowing what it takes for your body to be satisfied, you might run into some snags. But after you download this guide, again, link is in my bio, you can email me anytime and ask me your questions. There's an email series that comes after. I give you more tips and tricks on your hunger cues, on how to build better meals. All of that stuff is included in this. So it's you get the download and then you get a whole email series teaching you even more things so you can be even more successful. But if you find yourself in a bind, if you find yourself thinking oh my gosh, I don't know, I'm trying everything and I can't figure it out, that's what I'm here for. You can email me anytime. So go grab that download. It's 100% free. And yeah, that's it. That's it for today. So I'll see you tomorrow. Let me know if this was helpful for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.